The Dubai Pro though is also in July. It was looking pretty cool. They doubled the prize money.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with the latest physique update of Regan Grimes. So I don't know why his coach Milos keeps saying that he cannot disclose what show he's gonna do next. Because Regan Grimes himself announced that on his YouTube channel that he's gonna be doing Vancouver Pro, which is gonna be happening in July. And he also showed interest in doing Dubai Pro as well, because that is also happening in July. And of course because of the prize money as well.
Yeah.
When are you competing next anyway?
July, Vancouver show.
Oh, sick.
The Dubai Pro though is also in July. It was looking pretty cool. They doubled the prize money.
So if Regan is doing Vancouver Pro, that makes this physique update about 15 or 16 weeks out of the show. And I have to say the man is looking swole right now. And not to mention he's looking lean as well for 16 weeks out. So last year his goal was to crack top 10 at the Olympia. And he was able to do that. But the real question is, with guys like Nick Walker, Big Ramy, William Bonac, Rafael Brandao coming back, and of course all of these guys are going to be on the Olympia stage, will Regan still be able to place top 10? I have to say, out of all the guys who placed top 10 last year, guys whose placings are in danger, I think Regan has the highest chance of retaining his placing. And he 100% believes that he will, because it isn't going to be a Regan from 2023. They started the rebound phase right after the Olympia last year, and then he went into the off-season. And I have to say that was a very long and a very productive off-season. So I believe he is going to be bigger than last year. I believe he's going to be better than last year. And after watching him bring a solid conditioning at the Olympia last year, there shouldn't be any doubt in anyone's mind that Regan will not be in shape. So Regan was 9th in 2023. But we just cannot ignore the fact that there are some other players who are aiming to get his placings this year. One of them is Rafael Brandao, who just won the Honor Brazil. And he also did not compete at the Olympia last year. So I cannot wait to see an improved version of Regan Grimes in July, and his battle with Rafael Brandao as well at the Olympia in October. So this is gonna be a challenging year for many guys, including Regan. So do you guys think Regan will be in the second call out in October? Can he move up from 9th place? Do let me know in the comments below. The king of classic physique, the 5 times Mr. Olympia champion Chris Bumstead. He isn't messing around this year. The man is looking a lot leaner this year in this point in time compared to previous years, because he knows the competition is closing the gap every year. His main rivals are getting closer and closer every single year. So Chris Bumstead said that he needs to be 265 pounds by the end of this push phase while fasting. And then these guys, Hani Rembod and Chris Bumstead, they are officially gonna start the prep for the Olympia 2024. And the good thing about this phase is that he continues to get bigger every week. And yet he is staying very lean. And I have to say, this is what professional bodybuilding is. Like, especially in the modern times. Not getting fat during the off-season. That is the focal point of every pro's off-season, and that is what Chris Bumstead is also sticking to. I think Chris Bumstead is the most famous personality that we have seen in bodybuilding and in the fitness industry in decades. I have to say he's probably the most famous guy after the father of bodybuilding himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, he has won 5 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles, but I have to say his popularity isn't just because of that. And you can only argue about his first win. That was against Brian Ansley back in 2019. Other than that, all the other Mr. Olympia wins were pretty convincing and very dominating. Yes, Ramondino came very close last year, but still, Chris Bumstead was the clear winner last year as well. He was able to win majority of the poses, and he was able to add another title to his resume. So we have a unique storyline going into this year's Mr. Olympia for classic physique division as well. Specifically with the X Factor, that is Wesley Vissers, who kinda dominated the both Arnold Classics this year, where he was able to beat not only Urs Klischinski and Brian Ansley twice, but he was able to beat Ramondino as well at the Arnold Classic Ohio. And if we take a look at some of his recent updates, the man is still looking shredded and striated everywhere. And a whole lot of focus during these next few months. That is going to be on his hamstrings as well as his back. And that is why you see Wesley Vissers doing these cable pullovers a lot. So one of the major things Wesley is going to work during this phase is enhancing that V-taper from the front, especially in that front double biceps. Wesley's victory over Urs and Brian was pretty damn convincing. It's Ramondino he needs to worry about. Because everyone agrees that Ramondino was kinda off. He wasn't at his best. He wasn't as good as he was at the Olympia 2023. And the reason was Ramondino kinda played catch up. by doing only a 6 weeks prep, and he paid the price. So that is going to be one great battle in October. Now as far as Chris Bumstead is concerned, you guys see him putting a lot of early work this year, and if he doesn't tear a new muscle, if he doesn't have another injury, I think he's going to be extremely hard to beat, and this is probably going to be his best ever. I hope all you guys remember this guy Patrick Johnson, the guy who placed second behind Andrew Jack at the Arnold Classic UK 2022, where he was able to beat James Hollingshead and Martin Fitzwater. So he got to the Olympia stage by winning Yamamoto Cup that year, and he was able to place 13th at the Olympia that year, which was also his Olympia debut. And keep in mind, the lineup at the Olympia 2022, that was probably one of the deepest lineups in the last couple of decades. Because the guys who were not able to place top 15 that year, those were pretty big names, like Akeem Williams, James Hollingshead, Antoine Wyland, Muhammad Shaban, Tonio Burton, and so many others. He was able to beat guys like Charles Griffin and Justin Rodriguez. And the guy who placed ahead of him, that was Michael Criso. So the Olympia 2022 lineup, that was probably one of the best lineups that we saw in the recent past. So Patrick was able to place 13 that year, and that motivated him to push a lot harder for 2023. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with a cancer of pelvis, and that led him to sit out of the season. And he even told us that he was in an excruciating kind of pain when he competed for the Olympia 2022 as well. So Patrick has been feeling really good in the last few months or so, and he is slowly building his momentum back up. He is a very hardcore bodybuilder, and he has this ability to get really hard and really drive for the competition. He has one of the best legs out there, and he is going to be another guy returning to the stage in 2024. Hoping to get his Olympia qualification. So, with no qualification on points, some guys are bound to miss their chance to step on the Olympia stage, and that is why missing a show like Detroit, this will turn out to be a very bad call for multiple guys this year. These pictures of Behrouz at Fibo Germany, they are gonna scare some competition who are gonna be competing in Spain and in Italy, and that is gonna be in 9 weeks time. So that is an insane level of muscularity and conditioning with 9 more weeks to go. And something needs to be done for Behrouz to get him to US and compete with the best of the best at Mr. Olympia stage. I am pretty sure he's going to be such a factor in that top 10. And we have to keep in mind, he is still in the process of getting bigger. We saw the size difference between him and Samson Dauda in Romania. And with the kind of conditioning that he's able to bring, which is reminiscent of Hadi Choopan, if he continues to add more size, if he continues to get bigger in all the right areas, he's gonna beat some very big names in the future. And he is gonna be a very big name in the bodybuilding industry. So for the first time since Behrouz turned pro, we will have this opportunity to see him compete against the likes of Michael Criso. And that is gonna be in Spain. And hopefully Criso is prepping for this show as well, to defend his title. Because this was a matchup that we missed at Prague. And also later during the year, Behrouz will most likely face Andrew Jack as well, and also Nathan Yesha in Dubai. So Behrouz continues to be really impressive year after year, and with this one being his best to date. So hopefully this is the year we will finally see Behrouz on the Olympia stage. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.